By the end of this video, you're going to know the 2 fastest ways to boost your credit score without spending any extra money or changing your spending habits at all. In fact, if you're not doing these 2 things right now, you're leaving at least 100 points of your credit score sitting on the table. And the second one, most people have never heard of, and you'll see why by the end of the video. In fact, I'm going to share how my client used the second method to boost her credit score over 140 points in just 93 days and save over 200 grand on her mortgage and the interest rate over the life of the loan. But before we get into it, smash that subscribe button if you want to be smarter with your money. I upload videos multiple times a week to help you make more, save more, and raise your credit score. Starting off with hack number 1, which is the authorized user hack. So our credit scores are made up of 5 important factors. The biggest one is 35% of our score, which is your payment history. The third largest one, which is 15% of your score, is our average age of accounts, also known as the length of your overall credit history. So basically, let's say you have an account open for 5 years and you open one today, your average age of accounts is 2.5 years. The problem is most people think you open up a card at 20, wait till you're 27 and you have 7 years of history, and you just wait for that part of your score to slowly go up. The problem is that couldn't be further from the truth, and that's completely inaccurate, because those people think, and they haven't watched this video, you just wait, and there's nothing you can do to accelerate this, but that's completely wrong. Because the part they're missing is when someone adds you on their account as an authorized user, their entire account history shows up on your credit report. Their age, their payment history, their credit limit, all of it as if you were the actual user starting from day one. But we can't stop there, because I'm going to further explain how this works, and then more importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. So for example, let's say my mom, I call her up today and she adds me as an authorized user on her credit card that has a 20-year payment history. She opened up 20 years ago, perfect payment history, no late payments at all, a low balance, and she adds me as an authorized user today. Basically, that 20-year-old's card shows up on my report this month. And as you're probably thinking, it provides a huge increase to my credit score, especially for the people with thin to no credit files, meaning they're just starting out or they only have a small amount of credit cards showing up on their credit report. Because technically, when their average age goes from 3 years to 15 years overnight and their available credit almost doubles, your score can move very fast. And you're probably thinking, well, Nick, how can I actually do this? First is the account needs to be old. The older, the better, and most importantly, it needs to have a perfect payment history. So if that person had the card open for 20 years, but they have a late payment in the past few years, they're probably not the best candidate to add them to your report, because again, you're going to inherit the payment history, good or bad. So if they have a late payment, that's now going to show up on your report. So what you want to look for is an account that's been open, preferably a few years to a lot of years, and that has a perfect payment history and a decent credit limit. The credit limit isn't the end-all be-all, because it could always increase in the future, but hopefully that's a good starting point for an authorized user guide. And I almost forgot, the balance should ideally be very low. So let's say they have a $50,000 credit limit. You don't want their balance to be $47,000, because that's going to show a very high utilization, 94%, on your credit profile. You want someone who's spending a very small amount of their credit line comparative to their overall credit limit. And the cool part about this is the person that's adding you as an authorized user, let's say in this case my mom adds me and she's nice enough to do that, she doesn't have to give me the physical card. Because I know what you're all probably thinking, well, if I give the credit card to my son, especially a teenager, God only knows what he's going to go purchase and how he's going to manage this responsibly. So the cool part is you're not actually giving them the physical card, you're just doing this for credit reporting purposes to help build them up and ultimately increase their score. But before you run into any of that, there is one important thing to keep in mind, that not all credit card companies offer this as a service. So basically, Bank of America, Chase, American Express, Capital One, Discover, they all generally do. The big boys generally do this, and they report to all 3 credit bureaus. But always make sure to do your due diligence and confirm with your bank that you're going to be adding someone to make sure they report to all 3 credit bureaus and they offer an authorized user service. And then you'll see the impact within 1 to 2 billing cycles and not months. It's just going to happen in weeks to ultimately boost up your credit profile. Now that one is completely solid, and depending on your score, it can add 20, 30, 40, 50, even 100 points in just a few weeks. Not months, but in a few weeks. But the next one is even better because most people have never even heard of it. In fact, when I tell you, you might just be a little bit upset that nobody told you sooner. And remember, this is the one that my client used to add over 140 points in just 93 days. Which brings us to hack number 2, which is the statement date trick. Now let me explain something and you tell me if this has ever actually happened to you. $1,500 you spend on your card. You have the money in your bank account ready to go. Due date comes around, you pay the $1,500, no interest, no fees, everything's good, but a few days later, your score drops 50 points. You didn't miss a payment, you didn't do anything wrong, you didn't open a new account, but your score magically just went down. If that's happening, you drop a interest sign in the comments because we're going to fix that with this simple trick. So you have to understand that the credit bureaus, yes, they're a little bit sneaky, but technically they don't see your credit report and score in real time. They get a snapshot every single month. And that snapshot happens at the statement closing date. Not your payment date, but the statement closing date. So here's the timeline. Let's say your billing cycle closes, let's say on the 30th, the bank generates your statement. Whatever balance is showing at that moment, they're going to report it to the major credit bureaus, which is Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Again, they don't know if you paid that card in full the next day because that's what's showing them on the statement due date, and that's what they have to go by, which is the reported date. And that number is where they're getting your utilization from for that specific month. For example, let's say your payment's not due for 25 days. It doesn't matter. That's the date that was showing on your credit card statement reported date. So technically, you could owe $1,500 on the 30th, and that's your statement closing date. Even if you paid it off 2 weeks later, it's going to show you still owe the $1,500 until the next month that it gets reported. But the next month, you're probably going to be in the same situation because you don't know how to fix it with the next thing I'm going to share with you. So please pay attention. And utilization is 30% of your overall credit score. The biggest one right behind payment history. So technically, if you're letting a high balance get photographed every month, you're bleeding a ton of credit score points constantly, even if you're paying this balance in full every single month. So to fix this, you want to first find out when your statement closing reporting date is. Most statements will show this. In fact, it'll even show it on your credit card app or on the computer if you log on that way. Basically, you're going to set a phone reminder 2 to 3 days before your statement closing date because we want to give the payment time to process when we actually make it. So basically, let's say your statement date is on the 30th. We want to set our phone reminder on the 27th, maybe even the 26th, because holidays and weekends could also take a delay in the process, and that's when you want to make the payment. So when the reporting date actually comes around, it shows the effective amount that you paid, and it shows a low balance comparative to what you were carrying over the month. And that's what's going to get reported to the credit bureaus, and that's what's going to bring down the credit utilization and ultimately bring up your credit score. But here's the part that I find to be very interesting. Utilization on your credit report, technically it has no memory. So let's say that you're carrying a 99% utilization. You owe basically your whole credit limit for, let's say, 11 months out of the year. But on the 12th month comes around and you pay down your full balance before the statement reporting date, technically it resets your utilization and brings up your score. Versus, let's say, a late payment that stays on your report for up to 7 years, utilization isn't considered basically a negative mark because it could be fixed month over month by simply implementing this hack. So basically, every 30 days, you have a new opportunity to fix this area of your credit report. And if you made it to this point in the video, we'll do a quick recap. So basically, trick number 1 is getting added as an authorized user. You want to focus on a perfect payment history, a decent credit limit if you can, but most importantly, a card that's been open for a long amount of time. Hack number 2 is paying your balance before the statement reported closing date and not just by the actual due date. Because remember, due date doesn't mean anything in terms of being reported to the credit bureau. That's simply just for the credit card and bank's purpose to know whether to charge you a late fee, to know whether to report the payment on time or not. But you want to make sure you have it reported by the statement closing date so your credit score could effectively continue to go up. And at the end of the day, it's not doing 1 or 2 things correctly, but it's basically stacking up a bunch of tips and tricks to ultimately maximize your credit score. So again, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and checking out these 2 videos right here. YouTube thinks it's best for you, and until next time.